Kenjaku is currently eliminating players participating in the Culling Game so that he can quickly carry out his plan to assimilate the Japanese population with Tengen. As the plan enters its final stages, this antagonist has clashed with the jester, Takaba. It appears that a challenging battle lies ahead for Kenjaku. Although Takaba may seem harmless, this actor possesses powers believed to rival the strongest contemporary Jujutsu sorcerer, Gojo. Many consider the curse technique that Takaba wields to be the most powerful in Jujutsu Kaisen. If this technique is used cleverly, defeating the King of Curses becomes a possibility. It might even have the potential to resurrect Gojo. With the current developments and Gojo's recent defeat, Takaba's peculiar curse technique could bring Gojo back with just a word. It would be quite ironic if the most foolish character were to bring about a fitting downfall for Kenjaku, wouldn't it? So who is this guy and what are his powers? Let's find out together in this video with Ackerman recap. Takaba, whose full name is Fumihiko Takaba, is a middle-aged man of around 35 years old with an unremarkable appearance. Takaba's face has a somewhat humorous look, and he is a stand-up comedian. Before becoming a participant in the Culling Game, Takaba was an unsuccessful comedian. He often took the stage wearing a formal-looking vest. He had a passionate desire to bring laughter to people, but he lacked the ability to do so. His performances rarely received much support, and the audience found his jokes dull. This led many viewers to compare him to the Joker character. Despite his earlier struggles, Takaba never gave up. He continuously strived to become a successful comedian. However, after inadvertently getting involved in the Culling Game, his life took a different turn. Takaba is no longer dull. On the contrary, he appears energetic and humorous. To participate in the Culling Game, Takaba replaced his formal comedian attire with a comical superhero costume, a skin-tight superhero outfit. The right side of the costume is entirely cut out, revealing half of his body. The author occasionally uses speech bubbles to cover the lower part of Takaba. In terms of personality, Takaba is extremely optimistic and always maintains a proactive attitude. He is exuberant in all his endeavors and often approaches everything in the most entertaining way possible. Even though not everyone appreciates his corny jokes in any situation, no matter how serious, he can still deliver humor. Up to the present moment, Takaba is the only one who believes he's funny. Despite participating in this deadly game, he has never killed anyone. Furthermore, he saved Megumi because he believes the cold and reserved young man is a good person, even if his appearance doesn't suggest it. Takaba's strength in the Culling Game is tied to the use of cursed techniques. While it seems that Takaba may not fully understand these cursed techniques, he is still capable of applying them quite effectively. The amount of cursed energy Takaba possesses has posed significant challenges for his opponents, such as Kazunori and Reggie. The origin of his cursed energy comes from negative emotions. Given Takaba's painful past, his cursed energy is undoubtedly anything but ordinary. Up to this point, Takaba's cursed technique still lacks any official name. For now, it can be temporarily referred to as the comedian. This might sound somewhat ridiculous if you're hearing about it for the first time, but it is indeed one of the most powerful curse techniques in Jujutsu Kaisen. It's not without reason that it's said Takaba's abilities rival Gojo's, as he has a deep connection to humor and comedy. The mechanism of the comedian curse technique is quite simple. Anything that Takaba finds humorous and speaks aloud becomes reality. Perhaps you still don't find it particularly impressive. Let me provide you with a classic example of how this technique works. Takaba first appears in chapter 168. At this point, Megumi is under attack by Reggie Star and Kazunori's group, and Takaba unexpectedly intervenes to rescue Megumi. He takes a direct explosion meant for Megumi and injures his head. However, he utters a humorous phrase, "Pathetic attacks can't harm me." As a result, despite his head continuing to bleed, this jester is virtually unharmed. Right after that, Takaba demonstrates that he is an excellent close combat warrior by delivering a lightning-fast kick to Kazunori, leaving him no time to react. Therefore, it's clear that Takaba's words can be quite formidable, as he can negate damage to his own body. The comedian not only affects Takaba himself, but also has the power to influence reality. When they succeeded in rescuing Gojo from behind the prison realm, no one could see the master anywhere. So Takaba stated, "If you use the angel's technique on the back gate of the prison realm, it will disappear along with Gojo." This statement became a new truth in the world, meaning that if someone is sealed and escapes through the angel's technique, they will vanish along with the back gate of the prison realm because Takaba inadvertently altered reality with his cursed technique. Furthermore, after being rescued by Yuji's group, the angel mentioned that her rescue might be related to Takaba's presence. However, this was mere speculation and lacked specific evidence. Since his appearance, Takaba has only had one official battle, which was against Kazenoki when he saved Megumi. In that battle, Takaba genuinely drove his opponent to madness, as nothing could harm him. Kazenoki claimed to have finished off his opponent 5 times. However, in some miraculous way, Takaba survived after repeatedly taking a barrage of Kazenoki's bombs. Although there were moments when he was injured, his wounds instantly healed with a few words, and he didn't need to use the reverse cursed technique. The only damage he sustained in this battle was his hair getting burnt. In the end, despite all of Kazenoki's efforts, he was unsuccessful. Takaba's non-serious approach to the battle left Kazenoki extremely frustrated. Moreover, after learning that his ally Reggie Star had been defeated by Megumi, Kazenoki gave up and did not continue fighting Takaba. There is an opinion that suggests this cursed technique has the potential to defeat even Gojo Satoru. However, it's unfortunate that Takaba lacks any knowledge of his own technique. In battle, he always appears as humorous as possible, which makes him unbeatable. In the story, no one knows about Takaba's curse technique. They only find it absurd and don't investigate further. Because no one is aware of this curse technique, Takaba has yet to unleash its full potential. Furthermore, if Takaba doesn't find something funny, his technique becomes ineffective. If opponents understand this, they can devise ways to deal with Takaba, which is indeed his weakness. Given the current situation, it's likely that Takaba, after watching the battle between Sukuna and Gojo, has moved to Kenjaku's location. This is because the Yuji's group now has 2 issues to address. First, they need to continue the fight to eliminate the Cursed King. Second, they must stop Kenjaku from carrying out his plan. It's highly probable that Takaba has been assigned the task of battling the antagonist. In the upcoming battle between Takaba and Kenjaku, it will likely be a tense confrontation. As Kenjaku is not an easy opponent, Kenjaku is not only the most malicious character in the story, but also one of the most intelligent. Therefore, the jester will undoubtedly face many difficulties when facing Kenjaku. There are 2 possibilities that could occur in this battle. First, after some time in the fight, the antagonist may figure out what Takaba's curse technique is. Second, he may remain unaware of Takaba's curse technique throughout the battle. The outcome of this encounter will depend on various factors, including their strategies, intelligence, and how well each of them can adapt to the other's abilities. In the first scenario, it's highly likely that Kenjaku will eventually discover a way to counteract Takaba's cursed technique, such as mocking Takaba's jokes and preventing them from becoming reality. Even though Takaba has unwavering confidence in his humor, it's worth noting that before becoming a participant, he had negative thoughts about his career and lost faith in his ability to make people laugh. Therefore, it's not out of the question that Kenjaku could manipulate Takaba by exploiting his negative thoughts, rendering his curse technique ineffective. On the other hand, Kenjaku might struggle to manipulate Takaba due to the eccentric nature of his mind. If he can't find a way to neutralize the cursed technique, Kenjaku could certainly face considerable challenges. In the second scenario, it's almost certain that Kenjaku will suffer severe injuries and will likely attempt to escape to preserve his life. He will then formulate another meticulous plan to deal with Takaba. It's highly likely that this antagonist will avoid a direct confrontation with someone he can't handle on his own, because his primary objective is not to engage with formidable foes. Furthermore, there's an intriguing hypothesis regarding Takaba's ability to potentially use his curse technique to resurrect Gojo. While battling Kenjaku, if they are evenly matched and Takaba makes a joke like, "If Gojo were here, you would surely be defeated," it could indeed become a reality. This adds an interesting twist to the story, doesn't it? The video has come to an end. Please leave your comments in the comments section, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with the latest videos from me. For now, goodbye and see you again, everyone.